and welcome to today's video. I was actually considering not doing a December favourites, but I've got quite a lot of beauty bits that I really want to share with you and that I haven't been loving for long enough to make it into my 2015 beauty favourites, which will be the next video up. But today I thought I would share the items that I've been loving this month. It is largely makeup-y bits. There's not really any skincare, absolutely no body care. Actually, there's a little bit of hair care. There's one hair care and one skincare and one fragrance, so it's not all makeup. But let's get started with makeup. My favourite palette this month is actually one that made it into my top 5 eyeshadow palettes video, which I will link below, and that is the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette, which is limited edition, and inside it looks like this, and I have been loving it. I'm going to write a whole blog post on this, so I'll leave that link below as well. But the reason I love it is because it's got really great shimmery everyday colours with some great mattes, so I just think it's the perfect everyday eye, although it has got some kind of darker shades down the side, and you can intensify this to be a beautiful, beautiful evening look. It's weird because at first I thought it was nothing fancy. I really didn't think I would even like it, but actually I really, really love it, and the shades in it are just incredible. They look boring, but on the eye they are beautiful. Staying with Urban Decay, my favourite lipstick this month has been the Urban Decay Naked Lipstick, which really isn't necessarily anything fancy. It's not what I've got on, although it's not dissimilar to what I've got on. But it's just a great lipstick to go with any eyeshadow combo pretty much, and it's just a very pretty nude. I love these sort of colours so much. I pretty much just wear these sort of colours, and the consistency of this is beautiful. I just love the look of it on the lips. It's quite like a sheeny, but not like over, it's not shimmery or anything like that. It's just a nice slight gloss, very, very flattering. Then onto mascara, and funnily enough I have 3 to talk about, which is funny because pretty much all year all I used was Too Faced Better Than Sex. But the first 2 I have to talk about I like used together, and typically I'm not the type of girl that likes to use 2 mascaras, but recently I found out about Roller Lash by Benefit underneath Benefit They're Real, and I have been loving it. Roller Lash is great to add lift and length to the lashes, but by itself for me it's, I don't know, it doesn't really do much. I think it's a little bit on the boring side. I'm not really too fussed about length. My lashes are fairly long anyway, and even lift I'm not too bothered about. I would quite happily curl my lashes, although you don't need to do that with this mascara. But I think if you put Benefit They're Real over the top, it looks incredible. Roller Lash adds great length, but then They're Real adds the volume, and that's what I personally really need, or what I want. Again, I don't have awful lashes. My lashes are quite full, not too short, but I just want more volume. I'm all about the volume. This really adds great volume. I actually quite like this by itself, but I think with Roller Lash it just makes it a little bit nicer. Although I do think They're Real is one of those mascaras that you need to let dry out a little bit. When I first used these, I don't love them because they're almost too moist, and I don't like, I just don't think they work as well and add quite as much volume as they do kind of a week into them. But typically I like to use 1 mascara and not bother faffing about with 2, and for that I've been going for the Givenchy Noir Couture Waterproof Mascara in Black Velvet. Now, I haven't tried a lot of Givenchy makeup products until this month. Even then, I'm kind of still trying a lot of them. But I fell in love with this mascara. Not typically a huge waterproof mascara fan, just because it's so difficult to remove. But I've just been using either Clinique or Clarins makeup remover, and that's been working perfect. But this brush is basically like 3 little balls, and on quite like a standard brush, not a rubber brush or anything like that. But the mascara really holds the volume and the like lift in the lashes, which is why I think this is a really, really great mascara. And I just love how buildable and quick this is, and it lasts all day since it is waterproof, doesn't flake away or anything like that, and I actually haven't used a high-end mascara that I've loved as much as this in a really, really long time. The only skincare product I picked is actually the Dr. Hauschka Rose Day Cream. This is very thick, probably not for someone that's got oily skin. I have pretty dry, dehydrated skin, and I have been loving this. It's a very, very thick, almost quite greasy cream, but because my skin is so dry, I love it, especially this time of the year. I think it really helps to kind of add a sheen underneath foundation, which I love because my skin is dry. I've actually had this for a little while and I kind of put off using it. I'm not too sure why, but Really liking it. I've pretty much almost finished a whole tube in a month though. I am very generous with it, but really liking it, and the amount I have used really shows it. Then on to hair, and I have had my hair coloured. I don't know if you can really tell. It got kind of more highlights rather than balayage. It is still slightly lighter on the ends, but largely kind of highlights, sun-kissed, a bronze sort of theme, and I'm really loving it. Got it coloured by the lovely girls at Fudge, and they've done an incredible job. They also gave me this light-headed hair oil, which is a light and dry spray, which I have been really loving, and again I'm clearly very generous with this because in about a month I have used half a bottle, but it's just perfect. I have really fine hair, and I find that oils often leave my hair quite heavy and greasy, which is completely not what I want because I've already got greasy hair. But this is a really fine mist which I just love to spray through the ends of my hair. It really helps detangle my hair. I apply this to damp hair before blow drying, but I could quite happily apply this to my hair now and it wouldn't leave it greasy or anything like that. And it smells incredible. Then my fragrance of choice has been this fragrance, which is by Alaya, I believe, and I think there's only one scent. This is a little sample and it's a 10ml, and I've actually only used about a quarter of it, but really been loving it. It's quite a strong, sexy scent, probably not for everyone. Got a bit of an oriental feel to it, but not too much really, and I've just really been liking it, especially for winter. But it is definitely an evening scent. But I definitely saved the best till last, and I have a absolute new favourite. I have been raving about this to all my friends, and actually one of my friends went and got them. They're trying them out for herself and really likes them. And they're actually press-on nails. I wanted to get some acrylic nails probably about 3 weeks ago, and I was telling someone that I was really tempted, and everyone was like, oh my god, like they're going to ruin your nails, you don't want them, they're awful. And I know that they ruin your nails, but I have such strong nails that I wasn't worried about it. I just really didn't want to wait for my nails to grow, but they recommended Elegant Touch Totally Bare Stiletto 003 press-on nails. I was kind of picturing really tacky 14-year-old girl, which is fine, but just I don't like them for me personally. Like nail arty nails, which is not really what I wanted. I wanted a nice nudie colour, nice shape, and that would look polished but also last. I was really scared that they were just going to start popping off, and halfway into the day I'd be left with like 2 nails and just look ridiculous. But that wasn't really the case. I picked up this box, which is £4. Well, actually this is my second box, but I haven't opened this one yet. I picked up a box for £4.50 or something like that. I bought some extra glue, which I'll also link below. The first time I applied them was, I don't know, like it was my first time. It wasn't incredible. They were very easy to apply, but I wanted to keep the length of my nails underneath, which I really wouldn't recommend you do, just because I think if your nails are quite strong like mine are, they push against the fake nail and kind of pop them off pretty much. So I've cut them down, not overly short, so if I remove them they're still like a decent length. They're not like painfully short, but you can't like see them underneath or anything like that. And then I painted them myself, and I really think that helps them look a little bit more natural. This is my second set because obviously the first set was the first time I've ever done it, so I wasn't that good at it. But I've had this set on for about, I want to say today's the 30th. I think I've had them on for about 8 days, I would say. I can't say they never pop off. They do pop off occasionally. I have lost a thumb and this finger yesterday, but typically I think they pop off any that you haven't applied enough glue to right at the beginning of application, kind of 5 hours into it, and then maybe a week after they start to kind of pop off a little bit more as well. But I have been loving them, although they do pop off occasionally. Your nail polish chips, nail polish does not last a whole week on me at all, and this is so easy and such little maintenance once they are on. You don't need to reapply polish. Polish dries so quickly on them, and if one does pop off, I just keep a little bit of glue in my bag and apply a bit of glue to my nail, press them back on. Within like 30 seconds I am back and ready to go. So I have been loving these. If you want to see a whole blog post on press on nails and how I do them, and these have been on for 8 days, so the cutaway shows that. There is a little bit of growth and stuff, just like you would get with acrylics, but the price point on these is incredible. You pretty much get about 3 weeks wear for £4.50 or something like that. It's so good. If you want to see a whole video on it, do let me know, and I'm happy to kind of do my tips and tricks and how I apply them and all that sort of stuff. But this colour I am loving, and this is Nails Inc Victoria Beckham Bamboo White, which I don't know if it's still available, but I did see it in TK Maxx. If that's a colour that you want, it's like my favourite colour of the year, I would say. But that's the end of my favourites. I will be doing a 2015 beauty discoveries. I thought there was no point me doing favourites because a lot of my favourites are still the same as 2014, and I kind of didn't want to waste your time. Today I am having a beauty clear out, which I am also filming a little bit of for you guys. Pre-2016 I always have a clear out, because I kind of don't want to take too much rubbish with me into 2016, but I hope you enjoyed the video. Do like it if you enjoyed it, and I will see you hopefully in a couple of days. I'm really trying to keep up with my video. Join me on Snapchat for my daily life. My username is A Little Obsessed. See you soon. Bye.